Peace family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do was I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about how they will tax you for sharing information. Sally Mae, the Liberty Man, they all coming for your head when you are sharing too much information. The thing with us in sharing information and knowledge, wisdom, this peace, love, joy, everything that we have inside of us, we want to share it with the world. And a lot of beings that don't use our playbook are lost in this chaotic space to where when you are sharing certain things with them, the other playbook forces them to perceive it as competition. You're a competitor. You're an opposition. If you in a peaceful state and they're in a chaotic state, one of you guys is trying to pull somebody in a direction. You're usually trying to pull them to a peaceful state. They're usually trying to pull you in a chaotic state. This is why we get taxed extremely hard from them in the physical world for sharing information. The thing is with the tax though, right? They take taxes out when you are buying stuff at the stores, shopping online. They all got these little taxes, transactional fees. But then at the end of the year, it's always one big tax. That's the creator. That's source. The source gives the biggest tax of them all. It took some time to get into a space of understanding I share a lot. When I was younger, we used to sit around the house. It was me, my mom, my two other brothers. I got other siblings, but these two grew up in the house with me. My younger brother, his pops was in the house with us. We used to always sit around and watch movies at nighttime. But if we put on a movie that I've seen already, I had a bad habit of saying certain parts of the movie before they came up. I did a bad job at telling certain scenes before it happened, opposed from letting them watch it. In my world when I was younger, I was just excited because I seen it, I know it, I just want to share the information. They would get a little frustrated at with me because they just want to watch it, blah, 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 whatever. That's on a lower level. I'm young. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean? So I'm aware, I'm aware of these things. But as I got bigger and older, I had a lot of people using the information I shared with them against me. And I was never one of those people who would resort to that route because I dealt with people immediately. It's probably been about 1%, maybe 2% of cases where somebody did some really witchy stuff to me. I didn't want to get at them physically, so I used the information. And usually in those spaces, it's females, because with men, I'm way more direct. I'll pull up to your house, I'll pull up to your job. Didn't really make a difference. If it's sitting on me and I gotta address it, that's how it was back then. It is what it is. I'm grown now, so I ain't on that same time. Not saying I wouldn't be, I'm just not on that time. But I had a handful of other situations as I was growing throughout life. And each individual I share information with that would use it against me, it was like I allowed myself to give them bullets, weapons, and ammunition to use against me. And I still haven't quite figured out if I want to stop sharing information, because I know how to shut the fuck up. I know how to be quiet. I know how to not talk. I know how to do all of these things. But it was always something powerful about sharing information. And I realize, being in this space where I'm at now, it's no different than the creator, than nature and life. I'm connected with this realm. I'm connected with source. we all have free will and free choice. Bars. I didn't even mean to do that. Look, and with us having free will and free choice, every day we choose to flex our free will and our free choice. So if we gaining power, more knowledge, more insight from us walking the way of life that we do, flexing our free will and free choice, that means we're forcing the other beings around us to utilize their free will and free choice. It's almost like we putting more light and more responsibility over there, which we know some other beings that's using that playbook is very unaccountable, and it's a whole mess over there when you start digging in there. That's why I wasn't trying to dig in there right now. I'm just trying to keep it direct where we at. Once I realized that when I shared that information, even with it being used against me from multiple beings, I had a buddy use it against me. I had this female, this sibling, that female, this female, that cousin. I've had it used from all areas over a span of time. And when I process looking back on that span of time, even though I didn't like it when I was in the position of doing it, and then they would use it against me, because some will use the information against you right away in physical time, in real time, in person, right there. Others may wait, a couple days, a couple weeks. Some may wait a couple months, but it's going to get used. It was more fun for me to share the information continuously. It's almost like getting a full vision of this whole realm and how it operates. Even though we're in this realm operating as well too, and when you do things like that and people are like, say you gave somebody a piece of paper and they just punch you in your stomach, you're gonna feel it. It may not knock you out, it's not gonna kill you, but you're gonna feel the blow of the punch in your stomach. Depending on how hard it was, you may get the wind knocked out of you, but you still feel it. I'm still feeling when these people are doing these things against me, right? But the same way I got all these little cuts, scars, war wounds, I got the same thing in the spiritual realm. So if I know that this is something that's not gonna take me out, it's just gonna hurt for a little while, I am going to share that information. But what happens is, if you're not strong enough and prepared for somebody punching you in the stomach, it's going to throw you off balance. You're going to get knocked off course. A lot of us haven't mastered our emotions. So you have to get better at being able to shut down and not share as much information. Me, I'm out here public. I put my whole damn life out there. It don't make a difference. Judge me for what it is. Hey, we all got to go one day. You know what I mean? So this is not my final destination. But you have to be very wise if you know you haven't built up that emotional strength, your energy in motion, and you strengthen it. A lot of people keep talking about that when they address emotions, they make it seem like it's a weak thing. When we all experience it, we all express it. When you talk about emotions, that's like saying, oh, he got 2 legs. Yeah, most people do. There is a very small percentage where somebody may not have a leg, but for the most part, everybody got 2 legs, all right? It's no different with energy and motion. They are using the opposite of our playbook. So even when you start sharing joyful things with you, it will get used against you. I've been around my BM, other people that I thought was close to me around that time, and I'm sharing things that is going good with me, but they making me feel like shit for sharing it with them. So then in my inner space, I'm sitting here processing like, damn, I shared some information with them that I didn't have to share with them, and they just basically hit me in the stomach. You know what I mean? So I'm just over here like, you got me. So then I keep quiet. I keep all my joyful love, light, excitement, like I keep it away from certain beings. I did before at those times. Now I'm in a space to where I'm getting stronger every day, every minute, every second, every spiritual time lapse. So now I've trained those spiritual muscles. It's kind of like when you do physical workout. Once you continuously do something in repetition, you spiritually train yourself. And once you learn how to ride a bike, you never forget. As soon as you get back on, you automatically know. I've seen people take 10, 15, 20 years from a bike. As soon as they get back on, yeah. Their spiritual muscles have already been trained and programmed, and their physical has already been trained and programmed. So once you put those two together, that's all stored in the memory, which is in your soul. If you aren't strong enough or aware enough, I'm gonna move this over because I'm pretty crispy and it's getting shady out here. Like, so I start to disappear at nighttime. I'm just telling y'all, they cut the lights off. They gonna be like, where Trak? I gotta smile and open my eyes up like. Nah, I be having fun with it. I be out here battling and I be out here having fun with it all at one time, you know. Once you get to the space you already understanding all of this shit already, you get used to being able to, you know what I mean, like push the weight a little bit over there so it's not so much on one shoulder. You figure out how to balance carrying all the grocery bags in one trip, you know what I mean? I know how to put grocery bags on this finger, that finger, that finger, that. I'll put them on every single finger that I have to use to make sure I don't have to take no more trips. And it's also like a free workout, you know what I mean? I look at everything as a free workout because we're not really out here building the way that men used to build. So if you're a man and you don't do things to keep yourself in shape or keep yourself fit, just look at your daily tasks that you do as a workout. You don't have to be in the gym. I'm not a fan of the gym and being in a mixed culture of a lot of demons, witches, warlords. You got a couple god bodies sprinkled in between there, you know what I mean? But that's like, I don't want to go work out in the trash can in the dumpster, you know what I mean? You're going to get distracted. You got to smell something over here. You're going to see something over there that catches your eye, you know what I mean? You get something on your foot. You done touched the wrong equipment. It's a whole process, you know what I mean? But when these people are using this information against you, you just have to understand that that's small tax. That's only the tax you get when you buy something from a convenience store. The big tax is at the end of the year. That's what everybody waiting for, right? All of this is it's like replicated of our inner space, our spiritual realm. I teach my daughter that this realm right here, this is outer space. What we do inside of here, this is our inner space. We never left this realm. We never left this planet right here. You know what I mean? Everything starts within here. It's a reflection out here. You know what I mean? This is just the process. But we got some boaters coming up, you know what I mean? I ain't want to run it up too long. I just want to drop some light and something slight for y'all today. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to share information if you're pretty strong and solid in that space. The big tax always come at the end of the year. If you're not strong enough, you have to be extra mindful about the stores that you go to and be mindful of the taxes that you're paying when you go to these stores. You know what I mean? But tap in everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.